Top 10 cutest couples in anime. Apart from the thrill and adrenaline that comes with a good anime fight scene, action and psychological thrillers are not all there is to anime. Today, we are going to be exploring the romantic side of anime as we talk about the top 10 cutest couples in anime. Are you ready for this? But before we get started, as always, be sure to give us a thumbs up as this helps out the channel a lot. Also be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified when we drop our next top 10 video. Let's get started. Number 10. Isaac and Miria in Baccano. The thing that baffles me about this anime is that despite all the bloodshed and immortality, this couple is the most entertaining part of the anime. With a love that is said to be greater than death, this couple scale through the United States of America, leaving behind a trail of robbed banks. They have also encountered numerous dangerous and near-death situations, and somehow they both managed to survive unscathed as they strengthen their bond with each other. This couple is basically the anime version of Bonnie and Clyde without the horrible ending. Number 9. Okabe and Kurisu in Stein's Gate. Well, the entire concept of this anime is mind-blowing considering time travel is involved. This story is centered around a guy called Rintaro Okabe, who somehow found a way to invent time travel through text messages and microwaves. Yeah, I'm sure you're asking yourself how that's even possible, and although I've watched this anime, I still ask myself the same question. After this guy invents this strange method of time travel, he falls in love with a lady known as Kurisu. As Okabe and Kurisu go on their many adventures, they get stuck in a particular reality, and the situation they face make it difficult for them to maintain their feelings for each other. Whether it's evil organizations or jealous parents, their love withstands all. I think the love between Kurisu and Okabe is the perfect definition of the marriage term for better, for worse, till death do us part. Number 8. Inuyasha and Kagome in Dog Demon. Let's go over the story for this one quickly. This anime is centered around a girl called Kagome who one day loses her cat and is attacked by a centipede demon which drags her underground till she finds herself in a parallel universe. Later on, she finds out that she is the reincarnation of a warrior priestess known as Kikyo who has the power to grant any wish desired. During her adventures, she encounters a sleeping boy pinned to a tree by a sacred arrow, and she later discovers that this boy is half human and half demon, and the romance begins. Initially, this half demon, half human, otherwise known as Inuyasha, has no other goal than becoming a total demonic entity, but his goal slowly starts to derail as he develops feelings for this lady. As they start their adventure together, their relationship gets stronger until one of them finally confesses. Or was it a confession? Guys, this anime is really good and I highly encourage you to go watch it right now. After finishing the video, that is. Number 7. Ed and Winry in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I think it's safe to say that the older Albert brother deserves his happiness and all that he has considering the torture he had to go through in the anime. The love story in this anime is phenomenal in the same way that Winry stood by Ed throughout the anime, and although they quarreled with each other many times and had multiple disagreements, it was obvious that their feelings for each other were deeper than just the regular love. Of course, it still baffles me why it took a long time for Edward to confess his feelings for Winry, but maybe he just wanted to grow a beard or maybe he wanted to get taller, who knows. Number 6. Simon and Nia in Gurren Lagann. Compared to the weakling he was before, Simon worked on himself and became more muscular and far stronger till he was able to get the Spiral King's daughter to fall in love with him. Their relationship was so therapeutic to watch and got even better when her father started receiving unwanted enemies, although he tried his best to maintain the peace. They were both stripped of all chances of happiness. Eventually, things get heated and Nia and Simon finally get married to each other, where they state their vows and decide to love each other for all eternity, which actually works out fine from what we can see in the anime. Number 5. Ryuji and Taiga in Toradora. There is a misconception about the main character in this anime because his face seems scary to most people, although he is a really nice person underneath. His girlfriend, on the other hand, has a really cute and inviting face, but her personality does not match the face at all. She is so violent to the point that being on the receiving end of whatever form of violence she displays just spells bad news. But then again, I guess it's normal in anime when a character that looks completely harmless ends up completely obliterating the enemy without effort. It still baffles me how these two managed to keep each other in sync. Although the anime started off with both characters disliking each other, they got to spend time with each other on multiple occasions, which helped them realize they were perfect for each other. These guys are the perfect example of the quote, "Do not judge a book by its cover." And if you are looking for anime with some of the most mind-blowing kisses, this one is for you. Number 4. Koyomi and Hitagi in Bakemonogatari. The relationship between Hitagi and Koyomi is, well, let me just say, is a really far throw from what most high school students would experience. The story is about a guy called Koyomi who, funnily enough, somehow gets severely beaten by supernatural creatures most of the time. Well, that's weird and actually pretty funny. I mean, imagine you're taking a nice stroll home one evening and something just pops out of nowhere to beat the life out of you for no reason at all, and after beating you, it casually walks away as if nothing happens. How do you even explain something like this to your friends when you see them the next day? Hitagi also has problems of her own. At a young age, her mother abandoned her and her dad so she could go and join a cult. Although both characters had baggage of their own and a very disturbing past, they were both able to bring out the best in each other, although one of them is a terrible pervert. Guess which one? Number 3. Domon and Rain in Mobile Fighter G Gundam. It can be tasking having to cope with a hot-tempered, slightly hyperactive guy like Domon. His relationship with Rain was not what I would call a walk in the park, but I would rather describe it as driving through nails with a really old car, although the car does not break down. There was also a particular time when they had an argument which was so terrible. Rain had to leave Domon for a while, and although they might seem unfit for each other, they cannot stand to be away from each other. It's impossible. To me, Domon is a really lucky guy because it would be really difficult to find a lady that can handle all his stubbornness and rage and turning him from a hot-headed guy to a lover boy. Number 2. Kirito and Asuna from Sword Art Online. Well, what can I say? Asuna and Kirito take the entire concept of getting married in MMORPGs to another level. The entire story goes like this. Kirito and Asuna get trapped in a video game and he comes in contact with Asuna and starts developing feelings for her. As they get closer, he sees her as the ideal video gamer and his feelings for her intensify to the point that he would kill just to make her happy. Things escalate between the both of them, and in a short while, they get married to each other and end up having a kid together. Although their kid is not conceived through the normal ways. You'll have to watch the anime to get what I mean. Well, I guess online dating ends up well sometimes, although not all the time. Kirito and Asuna are what I would call the perfect couple, and if you like video games and a cute love story, Sword Art Online is an anime to watch for you. Number 1. Naruto and Hinata, also known as Naruhina from Naruto. Well, it doesn't matter if you're an anime fan or not, you would have heard of Naruto. I mean, that's the first name that pops into almost anyone's head when they hear the term anime. Naruto and Hinata to me are the perfect couple. For a really long time, Naruto had absolutely no clue Hinata had feelings for him, and this cluelessness on his part ran all the way from Naruto to the near ending of Naruto Shippuden. I mean, bro, look at the signs. Really. He even went on to chase Sakura, who was in love with Sasuke, making the entire love web really funny and irritating. Naruto was in love with Sakura, who was in love with Sasuke, but disliked Naruto, who was loved by Hinata. This entire love web was resolved in Naruto the movie, where Naruto saved Hinata from Tomiri, who wanted her Byakugan. I think that was the first time we got to see Naruto and Hinata kiss. It was beautiful. This couple really gives me goosebumps. Well, fellow geniuses, that's all for our list this time. I know that there are so many cute couples out there in anime, there's just no way to put them all in a top 10 list. So be sure to let us know down below what your favorite couple in anime is, and if there's enough suggestions, we might just make a part 2 of it. As always, please do like the video as this helps out the channel a lot, and be sure to subscribe and smash that bell icon to get notified when we drop our next top 10 video. Until next time, have a great day, fellow geniuses.